this video, we're going to show you how to install the Excessive Manufacturing IS300 standalone ECU. We've already removed the lid to gain access to the ECU. All the headers have a pinch clip on the back side. Just pinch the clip, pull out the plugs. Now we're going to unbolt the tabs for the ECU and lift the ECU out of the case. The nice thing about our setup is the stock ECU and all the factory wiring stays intact, so at any time you can drop back in the ECU, plug it back in, and it's back to factory. Now we just take our new ECU and drop that in the case. And plug back in the headers. Take the new vacuum line for the onboard map sensor, route it underneath the wiring. We've already taken the lid and drilled a hole for the data cable to come through. Just pass that through the hole, hook it up right here to the data cable that's on the new Link ECU. Pass the map sensor hose through the same port. Now you'll just secure down the lid to the ECU and run the new map sensor wire over to the manifold. So we're just going to unplug their cap and put on the new map sensor hose. Since the new ECU runs off of an internal map sensor, the mass airflow is no longer used. We just unplug the mass airflow, plug it into the new sub harness. That gives us a new intake air temperature sensor and an expansion port for things like fuel pressure or nitrous pressure. Just open the software. You can use the F3 key to connect to the ECU. The first prompt you'll see is for your unlock code. Next, you can use the ECU controls tab in the top and hit Connect ECU and watch for the green online symbol. Engines with drive-by-wire or e-throttle require calibration to the Link computer to function properly. Next, we come to the ECU settings bar on the side. We scroll down to the electronic throttle folder. Then we open the eThrottle 1 folder and select eThrottle 1 Setup. Next, we select Setup Mode On. Coming back to the sidebar, we come down to Throttle Position Sensor. Then we select the wrench symbol to prompt us through the automatic calibration sequence. The ECU will then calibrate automatically. Our throttle body passed the test. Some older cars might have trouble with the calibration. If that's the case, you can simply rerun the calibration several times. If the throttle won't calibrate, you can replace the electronic throttle with a throttle lockout. This will make the throttle fully manual and you can completely eliminate the e-throttle altogether. On the IS300, you also need to calibrate the map sensor. Simply go to ECU Controls and come down to the map sensor. Select Yes, and the ECU will automatically calibrate the map sensor. At this point, you're good to start the engine.